behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again, of course, and we're glad that you could join us here today. Got another great interview coming up momentarily, but before we get into that, I hope you've been clicking the subscribe button and hitting the bell. And because when you do that, you'll be notified of any new episodes coming your way, and we'd love to hear from you in the comments section, so feel free to do that. And we're on Facebook as well, facebook.com/Paul Mash TV. And feel free to follow us there, comment on the things you see there, even send us an inbox. We'd love to hear from you there as well. And Paul Mash TV, all one word, at gmail.com is our email address. So send us an email whether you're a band or a solo artist that want to be on the show, or if you're simply a fan. We love fan mail as well. So we hope to hear from that. And we're going to have all this recapped at the closing credits at the end of the show. So stay tuned for that. From Layton, Utah, we have Lamont Martinez with us today. Very talented country music artist. And I think you're going to agree with that. And we're going to be doing that in just a moment. But another quick word. I understand that there's some technical problems with the Small World TV network. So for the time being, we're going to stop advertising them until they get the programming settled. So that means we're just going to go ahead and go right to the interview. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and with us from Layton, Utah, we have Lamont Martinez with us today. Thank you for joining us, Lamont.
Hello, how are you doing, Paul?
Oh, I'm doing okay, and we've been trying to get Lamont on the show for years, and we finally got you on here. So
it's been about 4 years, 3.5, maybe 4 years, huh?
Yeah, it was something like that. I know it's been several years we've been trying, and everything just went wrong. I'm glad that you're finally on the show now.
Well, thank you so much.
So let's start by asking the obvious question to ask around here. Tell us a little bit about how you decided you wanted to be an artist. I mean, everybody has their own story. Let's hear your story, Lamont.
Well, shoot, I was raised on country music. You know, I'd go out in the backyard and play like my back steps was a stage at the Opry or whatever. I'd take the broom out there and play. But I wrote my first song when I was 4 years old. And got on my first stage when I was 11. After that, my dad passed away. I was 13, and Chris Ledoux, country music singer, champion bareback rider, took me under his wings, let me go stay with him on his ranch out in Casey, Wyoming. And he's really the one who got me hooked on how to play guitar and the love of country music, you know. And my dad was a singer as well, but like I say, I was young when dad passed, and thank goodness Chris was there to be a guardian angel for me.
Well, that's quite a story, and I've heard a lot of your stuff. You're really good at what you do, and just keep it up. I hope you'll be around for a long time.
Well, thank you, sir. And
well, tell everybody about your influences. Now, I'm sure you have some influences that in the mainstream world that really encouraged you. Maybe you can mention some of the influences for us right now.
Yeah, you know, everybody has their heroes growing up, and my hero was, Rex Allen Jr., Mo Bambi. I always listened to the country back then, you know, the traditional country music, and the first concert I ever went to was Rex Allen Jr. I don't know if you know who he is. And then I was 7 years old, called him on the phone. He was at a radio show. And I says, well, my name's Lamont. I'm 7 years old. You're my hero. I'm going to your concert. It's going to be my first concert. And so when I was in Nashville a few years back, I got hold of him, and he remembered who I was from that many years ago. He says, well, of course I remember you. And I went to the Troubadour Ernest Tubb, and he was playing there, the Midnight Jamboree. Gave me a big hug, and I says, you've always been my hero, Rex. And he dedicated a song to me on WSMAM, a song called Heroes. But yeah, I grew up on Cowboys, and I grew up on an Indian reservation, so not much we could do out there but go play in the sagebrush and ride horses and you know. So I came from the West. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
well, that's good, because that's a name I haven't thought about in years. Rex Allen Jr. I do kind of remember
Mhm.
when I was a kid listening to some of his stuff. He was pretty good at what he did too. And
He's very good. Yeah, he retired a couple of years back. He lives out in Arizona,
oh, okay.
and but
Well,
I do a lot of cowboy poetry out here. I'm with got to spend some time with Michael Martin Murphy. I don't know if you remember him,
yes, I
Wildfire.
remember him too. Yes.
And so we get together at the cowboy poetry gatherings, and so it's a lot of fun. And then I just got back from being out from Michigan, out in Detroit. I was out there for a little bit, and Montana and Idaho doing some radio shows and some gigging, you know.
Hmm.
So it's been fun.
Okay. Well, he's another good influence too, and I remember some of his stuff.
Mhm.
If anybody's watching this right now, they may want to download your music or buy your CDs or whatever. Tell everybody where they could go to do that.
For sure. You can go to Facebook, Instagram. You can contact, you know, me as well on Facebook. And I've got these CDs here. This is my song "Old Memory Walk," and I'll do an autograph picture with a CD for $10. I'll pay the shipping and handling, and so that's how I'm trying to get by right now. Is a lot of gigs are coming up now with the pandemic slowing down and everybody's doing out touring, so it's going to help out quite a bit. And the only thing I ask is just listen to my songs and share my music, because every time you share, it helps me out, you know.
Are they also on the streaming platforms too, like iTunes and Amazon and so forth?
No, I haven't got on the Amazon or iTunes, but yeah, you can find me on just YouTube.
Yeah.
Google Lamont Martinez country music singer, and it'll go right to my songs.
Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully you can help him get some of his CDs. I know you'll love it, and I know he'll fall in love with you for that. So, as a matter of fact, you just mentioned the video we're going to watch. It's called "Old Memory Walk." Why don't you tell us a little bit about that song? Is there a story behind that song?
There is actually. I cut it. Well, I wrote it about my dad, and like I say, I grew up in the country on an old dirt road. When I got to Nashville, we went into the TBN studios and cut with my producer, we cut the instruments and everything. And I didn't want to be the singer of it. I just wanted to be the songwriter. So I had somebody go in to the studio to do the vocals. They couldn't do it. They had a cold or whatnot. I had somebody else try it. And when I got back to Utah, I sat on that song for a while, and I thought, man, I got to do something. So I went in the studio in Ogden City, Utah, and cut the vocals, and we mixed it, with the instruments that I already had, and got hold of my producer, Dick McVeigh, out of Nashville, and let him hear it. And he says that's what it was meant for. You back in Utah, it's a song about your dad. You was meant to cut it vocally. Nobody else's song but yours. So I did actually have one other person do it, and I let him borrow my song. And Farrell Nottingham, I don't know if you know who he is, but he did a really tremendous job on it. And so it's quite a good song about just father and son, taking that old memory walk.
Mm. Yeah, well, it is a very beautiful song, and I know everyone out there is getting ready to watch that video, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But I think that's all the time we have for right now. Man, we'll go ahead and end the show right now, but we'd love to have you back on sometime. So if you ever want to come back.
Oh, I sure do appreciate it. I will.
Okay.
And I'll keep you updated on everything.
Okay, well, I appreciate that, Lamont. And here it is, Old Memory Walk by Lamont Martinez. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
As the dust flew off the dirt road and the tractor rolled on by, I could see him from the orchard. It brought a tear to my eye. Looking at my daddy, he was my hero and my best friend. As I take a trip down memory road, I'm sure missing him. As I travel down this highway, so proud but all alone, my mind is on that old dirt road, so far away from home. As I sit here in this city with my guitar tonight, singing songs with passion, and the future is so bright. Dad, let's take a trip down that old dirt road, where you gave me my first talking to so many years ago, when you promised you would love me all through eternity. Daddy, oh Daddy, take that memory walk with me. Well, I close my eyes and sing my songs to the folks that I love dear, but my mind drifts off down memory road, where the skies were always clear. My daddy is still with me, and the talk from years ago. Every time I walk on stage, it's a walk down memory road. Dad, let's take a trip down that old dirt road, where you gave me my first talking to so many years ago, when you promised you would love me all through eternity. Daddy, oh Daddy, take that memory walk with me. Daddy, oh Daddy, take that memory walk with me.